So Ron's, I can tell he's super excited for this new beer, or this next beer rather.
He was holding it the whole time we were talking.
You can tell that it is it's a good beer because the can is got a black top to it.
Yeah, I think every beer we've had that has a black top has been delicious.
Right, or at least
I knew it was going to be nice and dark.
So did I. As soon as I saw the black top, I was like, this is going to be a dark beer.
See, I was going to save the Drekkers as the mystery.
I'm glad you didn't.
But it's a case of know your audience. And in this case, my direct audience is you two. Not that I don't like you guys.
He's like, it's a case of know your audience and knowing how it looked. I'm glad I didn't choose it because Missy would have been completely dumpster bashing it, saying how vomitous it looked. But this one looks really good, and it's got a perfect head to it. It's nice. I can tell right now it's got small bubbles, and it's dark, super dark. There. Looks nice.
Perfect, all of it.
That just made a noise, and
right.
Is it gonna fall?
Right.
It's gonna fall and smash me on my little head.
Okay, this is very bourbon barrel-y. I can tell right now.
Yep.
Ooh, that second sniff was super oaky.
This is delicious.
I'm trying to think of what companies we've had that have the black top, and I feel like that Omni Polo or something was one of them. And it was like it was out of like Sweden or somewhere like that, and it was really delicious.
I don't know. This kind of gives me it was a weird, like almost had a minty vibe, and I know that's not it. I mean, maybe it could be a mint chocolate, and it was giving me somewhat of a Dr. Pepper vibe. Really weird.
So, bad as this sounds, I know the name of the brewer, but I forget, other than Bourbon Barrel, what specifically was going on with it.
That's great.
This was one that I bought the same day I bought my last 3 episodes worth of beers on.
Nice.
And we have had their stuff before.
I feel like...
I think I'm getting the mint also. It has kind of like a cooling effect or something.
That's what I was thinking. Menthol. He's got us a menthol beer. Is this cool? Like, wait, Newport. Is this Newport flavored? I think it's Newport flavored.
Totally Newport flavored.
So good. Newport with a hint of chocolate.
Yeah, there's chocolate.
Give up?
Yeah,
that's
kind of coconut or something.
It is Vanilla Death.
Is it
by Revolution Brewing out of Chicago?
I thought Revolution had a black. Didn't the last Revolution can have a?
Yeah, that was my last mystery. The last round.
I couldn't think of what the brand was or the brewery was.
But Revolution out of Chicago, we reviewed them before, and
this is really good.
It's vanilla.
We got 11%, 14. God, my eyes suck.
Mm-hmm. Well, first off, he blamed the glasses. Now I'm glad that he's come to his senses and blaming his eyes.
I'm blaming being an old fat bastard.
It's 13.6%.
Oh, that's yeah.
Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with vanilla. No fucking mint. See that further? There was a really funny video where the guy was making fun of like craft beer drinkers, and he was like, "Did I send it to you guys?"
Here's our can.
Probably because I remember seeing something like that.
Because he's like,
maybe it was just a meme.
I'm getting it was a video. He's like, I'm getting hints of like mint and this and this, and they're like, no, it's a fucking sour. And it's like he was totally off every time.
I don't think I saw the video, but I did see a meme that was kind of similar to that.
So for those that are listening in, the can from Revolution has a kind of like, I don't know, we'll call it a revolutionary looking logo. We've got a skeleton with some shit in his hand with a star flag behind him. Just very, like, I want to call it almost Soviet area propaganda-esque looking. Is that a good description of it?
Yeah.
Kind of a, I don't know.
I like it.
Light tanny color. Good beer. Revolution out of Chicago. I think I've talked about them before. I don't remember when they were founded, but check back in the last episode I hosted where I had one of them as my mysteries then.
So it says, behold, our original barrel-aged Imperial Oatmeal Stouts, Death's Tar, with one hand split whole vanilla beans. So it's basically his last one that he brought it was the Death's Tar, and so this is like that, but it's one hand split whole vanilla beans, flaked and malted oats, lend a supremely silky body that believes the beer's considerable strength. That doesn't believe. Stupid light.
Here, I thought I was the one that couldn't see.
Bellies. Well, it's depending on how I gotta like turn as I'm reading because it creates a glare.
The can's very shiny. They're definitely, it's not it. It's a printed on logo, not like a sticker attached kind of logo. Which,
It's just a.
if you drink a lot of craft beer, you'll know what I'm talking about. Both the previous two beers from tonight were basically just stickers stuck onto one base generic can. This is one where the can
It's a shrunk wrapped on there, so it's shiny.
Yeah.
It's let's see, Bellies, the beer's considerable strength, pronounced vanilla flavor and aroma that blends harmoniously with chocolatey caramel maltiness and blend of American and French oak. Enjoy now or store cold. So the chocolate, we were right with the chocolate, way off with that mint flavor.
That was where you're picking up the vanilla.
It does still have like a cooling effect though. Maybe it's just like the high alcohol.
Maybe because it's pretty high. Yeah,
So we getting trashed. That's all it is, kids. Yay.
that's right. Getting trashed.
Tuesday night getting trashed.
That's right.
I mean, so like I was sitting there talking about that. You made that chili earlier, and I was thinking about the Drekkers. The Drekkers, it's got like has to have a lot of lactose in it. I'm just thinking like instead of Beer Fart Wednesdays, it's
Shit my pants Wednesday.
yeah. If you got any chance of being like slightly backed up, who buddy, that'll fix it.
I think I'm just gonna start hashtagging Beer Fart Wednesday in every fucking post that we make on our misBEERhavior. That way, and then that way we can just make a shirt. Beer Fart Wednesday.
That's our thing. Hashtag Beer Fart Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely right.
That's good shit.
It's like, what's your favorite day? Beer Fart Wednesday. What's your favorite day? Beer Fart Wednesday.
Oh yeah, dude, that just kind of reminded me. So like, we had a meeting at work, and I was sitting next to my friend, and I was like, "Does it smell like somebody farted?" And he's like,
Who does that?
Smell anything. And I was like, so now I know. Like whenever I fart, I could just be like, "Does it smell like somebody farted?" And he's gonna like breathe in really heavily.
So I always heard you're supposed to, like, if you farted, you're supposed to say, "Do I smell popcorn?"
Yeah,
like,
does it smell like popcorn? Or does
See-
it smell like somebody's cooking something?
See, when
do you smell chocolate?
what I feel like, Ariana, what you just did is like where like the vain chicks, you're just like, hey. You just do that thing where you're like trying to brush hair out of your eye, and you just look and go, hey. And they're just like, what? And sit there and try to brush hair out of the eyes that isn't there. But instead it's with farts. Who farted? What? Did somebody fart?
That's like a body language thing. Like if you like scratch your face or if
Somebody
you do
else
something and
does,
somebody
right.
else does it, it means they like you or something like that.
Does it?
Like, it's
Maybe, or at least they're watching you or something. At least I know I've heard that before, and I can't remember what it's exactly
I
it's
think
supposed
it's
to
supposed
mean.
to mean that they like you or something.
Maybe
you know?
right.
Like if somebody apes you,
And if somebody ate farts, you, what's that?
then that probably means either they really love you or they really hate you. I don't know.
All right, there you go. No, what was I? But that's going to be the thing. And then when I was saying, what's your favorite day? Beer Fart Wednesday. That's going to be our new, I'm going to have to get it. Like somebody's going to have to make that our intro and our outro. And it's going to be having to be like rock because we're doing misBEERhavior.
Beer Fart Wednesday.
And well, no, it's just going to be like, what's your favorite day? And then that's, it's going to be a remix of me, not necessarily me, but it's going to say that. And then it's going to be like, misBEERhavior.
Say that in our sexy voice. Beer Fart Wednesday.
I like that.
Beer
That
fart.
sounds like a phone sex, oh, call 1-800-BEER-FART Wednesday and we will fart on the phone every day. That's what I'm hearing. That's like
That'll be a part of Ariana's her freaking dominatrix game. She'll be like,
I'm gonna shit in your mouth.
no, you gotta say it in your sexy voice.
I'm gonna shit in your mouth.
And I'll be like, yes, please. You'll be like, or I'll be like, yes, please. You'll be like, now say it. No, bitch, say it as a whale.
what's
Say it, do
You gotta say it as a whale.
no, say that into the mic.
Say what?
And I'll be like, fuck yeah. I'll be like, say that as a whale.
I say that?
In
yeah.
your sexy voice.
Say that as a whale.
Yes, mistress.
I want to know a really obscure word for like poop or shit or something like that, and that would be your dominatrix name. You'd be like like basically miss shit, but it would be a very obscure word.
What happened to that book you gave us last week for Valentine's?
The excrement mistress.
Yes, Mistress Excrement.
Mistress Gaseous.
That sounds like something from a John Waters movie, man.
There you go. I was thinking it sounded like an X-Men type deal. Like Mistress Excrement, like
Her mutant power is like throwing it, like exploding shit or something.
Mistress Gaseous Excrement.
I feel like her X-Men power would be her farting well, I was
Farting gas that hypnotizes men.
No, it would be like her like I was thinking like farting.
Pheromone farts.
There you go.
That would be funny, but
There you go.
Let me get. I see. I'm like one word is slipping my mind. She's Oh, you're farting a clone of yourself to help you. Like, so every time you fart, it's a clone of you. But the downfall that is, like, if, like, in a collective time, like, if you're like, man, I have to do this, this, and this. So you fart 4 times in a row. That 4th clone is, the horrible, they get worse as you do.
The copy kind of a thing?
Yeah, so it's like the clones would be, like, if you did too many of them, you did too many. It would become disastrous, basically. You'd have to watch what you were doing. Like, you couldn't just fart out 10 of you. You'd have to fart out like 2 or 3 of you, and that's it.
So what's the costume going to look like for that?
For the fart?
For the X-Men character, because they're always like spandex and shit.
I mean, it'd be. I think it would be like, it could be like a really cool costume. It'd be like the form-fitting, sexy one.
But with the assless one?
Well, I was thinking it would have like a cheerleader, whatever that thing is called. Like
a skirt?
No, not the skirt.
Like the
thing that they yell into.
Oh, the megaphone?
Yeah, the cheerleader megaphone. It would be like a little one out the asshole area. And so that would be like your fart.
If you learn to channel it right, they can fly. Jet propulsion.
That's right. There you go.
I feel like it would have some kind of like special skirt, and you fart, and the skirt like goes like this, and it makes you fly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like there's got to be some kind of action with a skirt flapping in the wind or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm liking this. It turned you into a
dominatrix superhero.
I'm now a superhero.
Right, a dominatrix superhero that farts copies of herself to
fighting crime.
To help her fight crime.
Fight crime and. She'll fart 4 of them, hold the man down, and then
you can fart an army of foot soldiers.
He's a lucky guy.
And then well, it's okay because you're only turned on if he talks like a whale.
And then all of your foot soldier armies is like under his.
So Ron's gonna be like my nemesis then.
So he's gonna if he talks like a whale, then all of your fucking clones are gonna be like doing what he basically commands their power.
My clones.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd be like, they'd be all tied up and like, no, mistress, your clothes are mine. Attack!
They turn against you, and you're like, son of a bitch.
But do I do that too? Do I start to get? I think I don't. I think it's just my clones.
I think your clones
just your clones. That's too much of a weakness. If someone just talks like a whale, you're like hypnotized.
Because anybody could do that. I
feel like your clones are dumb, but because they're your clones and they get progressively stupider. We already said they get progressively worse as you make more. But you're the smart one, and you're like, God, those clones are stupid. You ask the clones to do like a simple thing, like you fart out a clone, you're like, hey, go to the fridge, do this, do that, and they totally make some eggs, they just drop them on the floor or something.
I like how the whale furry thing keeps making a reappearance.
That's right. Like that's become a staple to our episodes.
It makes me happy.
Ready orca not.
Ready orca not.
Ariana's getting turned on by whale furries. Ready orca not.
That's like your catchphrase in the fucking comic book, man.
Ready orca not.
And that's how you hypnotize my clones.
You gotta say,
Ready orca clones. That's right. I really like this. I'm gonna draw. I need to. I do. Basically I need to be there to be on her side. Or like, am I like the Mysterio type? I just fight everyone.
Yes, you're the one that fights everyone.
Right.
And we already know you're already the super queef.
Okay, so yeah. So I would be the super queef. And I feel like, so I don't necessarily fight everyone, but I'm the one that comes in. And so I am like, I fight anyone that's doing bad. So at any one time, let's say other comics, like other episodes, Ariana would be fighting good. I would come in and just boom and like help her out and take on her side. And before I could like make friends with anybody, I'm like out again. And then so like when I come into this particular one, I've seen her before, and then I've seen her clones, and I'm watching. I'm like, why are they doing this? And I'm really confused. So I just fight her clones anyway, and then I realize what you did, and I have to do something to put a stop to you.
Well, like her clones.
I think I would queef in his face, and it would clog his throat. He'd be like, and then he every time he tried to do
it clogged my blowhole.
I queef in your blowhole.
Because I can't talk whale without my blowhole. I'd be like, oh no! Like, why am I talking normal? I can't talk like a whale. I'll be like, what? I can't do it. Oh God, I'm gonna die.
I queef in his blowhole, and it turns those clones off. They're like, what is that? They think it's so disgusting, and like, that's a great episode.
God damn it. I need to draw this comic.
We need to do shit like that. Like certain episodes where we have something really fucking funny like that, we need to have something like a cartoon made for that, and then we need to put it on our YouTube.
Have you seen like you've listened to My Favorite Murder?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so like it's just like two chicks talking about like a murder or whatever, but there is a person that like actually draws comics about like their stories and stuff. And that would be fucking...
That's
it,
right.
Kind of the same thing.
Oh, yeah. It would be expensive to get somebody to actually do
they like commission somebody to do it though. I think it's just somebody that does it in their free time or whatever.
But I meant to have a whole ass like little short cartoon created. Like it would be expensive, but that would be fucking great. I'm on a search for this now. I'm on a search, and if
just learn to use
I would like to learn how to do that kind of stuff. Anyway.
All right, that's where we're just going to fucking right. There we go. We're going to create our own cartoons based off of our fucking podcasts.
Just us sitting here drinking beer, and then all of a sudden it like cuts to us with like whale furry shit and all that. I'm picturing me looking like the Kingpin from Spider-Man, but with like a blowhole on top of my head and maybe orca whale paint. Ariana in like some like Lady Liberty dominatrix looking shit with her clones with the skirt and everything. And Missy, I just keep picturing like the Super Queef 8-bit version I made a few years ago.
Is she wearing like crotchless pants?
So when he made the video game of me, I was wearing just like I think it was just like a pink or green like underwear and then bra. So basically when I turn into the super, like, when I'm just normal mode, I'm this, and then I'm like, oh, I have to fight the crime, and I'm like, and I turn into 8-bit. Like I look like an 8-bit character, and I'm in like some cheesy looking 8-bit bra and underwear. Or maybe I can just look like myself, but my underwear turns into 8-bit.
I was just picturing you looking like yourself, but like Wonder Woman spinning around and you're in your bra and underwear. It could be 8-bit.
I think your underwear is crotchless because you're queefing, so it's like it has to be like crotchless or something.
We could do that.
I don't know.
And since we keep saying queef, and I'm still thinking about how they said it on the Canadian set on South Park. Quaffing.
That's really funny.
I've not seen that one.
There's a lot of episodes with quaffing on South Park.
I've not seen a lot of the newer South Parks.
I watched all the way up to the pandemic episodes, and I just can't make myself give a shit to go and finish the rest of the damn show.
That's funny. It sounds like something you would finish with your kids. Like I would, all right, boys, here's the deal. You're going to have to learn about real life through South Park.
And queefing.
South Park.
Well, they do a lot of current events. So, there's a whole lot of history in South Park. They would just be so confused as to what that history was.
Going down to South Park, gonna have myself time. Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation. Shut up! I'm singing.
Turn the mic down again.
South Park a lot.
We do. I think. Well, yeah, Ron does.
Ron watches too much TV.
There you go.
I don't watch that much TV. I've been watching Breaking Bad lately.
I didn't watch any TV.
Watching Breaking Bad.
She was sick when she told me about watching it, and I still think that she needs to re-engineer the meth back into the cold pills to make more money.
That's great. Who's the she that she was?
It was her.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
And she was sick. I was like, just re-engineer the meth back into the cold pills. You'll be better that way.
Okay, that makes sense. I was really confused.
Yep.
So,
That's a good show. Have you ever watched it?
I've never watched it, but I do have like I don't know if it's the full set or like just like a couple seasons of the DVDs. I know they're floating around my house somewhere.
Netflix also.
I think it was, yeah.
I don't know. So I'm like excited for next week, even though they may or may not record without me, because I'll be on vacation.
Oh, fuck yourself, Ron.
People at work were like, didn't you just go on vacation back in November? I'm like, yes, because when they hired me on, they gave me a ton of PTO to make me want to stay.
That's awesome.
And by God, I'm not going to let it expire.
Yeah, I wouldn't let it expire. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Like, why even have it if you're not going to use it? I don't understand people. They're like, I gotta work. I gotta work. I gotta work. Like, use your fucking time.
Right.
Like, who fuck you?
Definitely use your fucking time, because if you die in a ditch tomorrow, they'll just replace you. It doesn't matter where you are, if you're the company president or if you're the guy cleaning the shitters. Use your PTO, man. Relax,
Unless
enjoy
you're
life.
like one of those people that just, I've worked with people that like to work, and then like if the time goes away, they just get a check at the end of the year, and people like
get
having
that.
that extra check, like they spend it
is
on
nice.
Christmas and shit like that. That's basically like I'm going to buy Christmas gifts with this, and that's
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've had like where I didn't get to schedule my vacation, and there was like no time I could take. So
That would be
like,
shitty.
I've had that happen, and then I get a good check at the end of the year, which is kind of nice.
Oh, that's cool.
at least you got compensated somehow for it.
So, what have we learned today, children?
We would make awesome superheroes, and we would make awesome like adult cartoons.
I have
Yes.
like some cool powers, some
We-
cool superpowers.
We should go into the adult cartoon biz, like Adult Swim or something like that. Like I feel like
I miss the old Adult Swim from way back in the day.
That shit was badass.
well, we should just that's us. We're creating it now. That's us.
Was it like Spike and Mike's Sick and Twisted Animation Festival they used to do? I remember one of those back in the day. They had this whole series which was Beyond Grandpa,
That was funny.
and it was just like this old grandpa dude. And I just remember one of them was like,
Had his little tiny penis in it.
yeah. I just remember it was like some. It's just like
don't know if
something
you did either.
beyond grandpa, something with his balls hanging out. And you just had these like saggy balls that just fell down and hit the ground.
The only place I had ever seen it, they played it at the Neon,
Yep.
and I remember going to. I was with Keith at the time, and so I know we watched it there. I know he was there, and it was like a midnight something or other. So it was probably a Friday night, since it was a not Rocky night, and
It'd
it
have been a
wasn't.
Friday night then.
It was not a weekday night, and I know Ron was there obviously because he's the one that told me about it. But I don't
I
know
was
if
the
anybody
whore that
else
was
was
always
there.
at the Neon for things back in the day.
But yes.
So we've learned that you have awesome superpowers. Have we learned anything else?
No. Other than vomit beer rates low for me, but not like it rates low because of the look, but not necessarily the
But
taste.
we can rate beers high, and somebody else can think they're shitty.
That's right.
But also bottle can theory.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I learned that Larry will answer the phone for me when I call him in an emergency. An emergency like, hey, we need to get your opinion on
Maybe we
things.
should start calling people and calling them out.
That's like Jay and Silent Bob did on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They would see the comments. Oh, on this day in this video, blah blah blah. I saw that you commented this. Was that you? Are you Turtle Dove 316? Like, yeah, that was me. Bam! So we're just gonna call people and be like, "Are you dumbass 472?" Like, yeah, that's me. You fucking suck, man.
See, I feel like my favorite one would be just randomly calling Zach. Like, what's up, bro? I can't talk long. What's going on? Like, so Zach, how's it going? You're on the podcast. I can't talk right now. My wife's going to be mad at me for being on the phone. Well, Zach, here's some things we need to talk about. What did you think of this beer? What? You're being recorded. What? That would be fun to fuck with him.
You still need to.
I was getting ready to say, yeah, we did not rate these. This one, at
I think
least.
4.5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
I'd give it a good 4.5. I think Death Star was better. This one was good, but Death Star was slightly better.
It was
The
dark.
vanilla,
Yeah.
dark. The vanilla made it kind of cool to the tongue, I guess, maybe.
Bourbon, cool
sticky. I got some sticky going on from that.
Sticky?
Just like I feel sticky.
Sticky, icky.
Like from maybe it's the sweetness from the other one, but I just feel
Sweet.
some like sticky sweet maybe.
I think it's sweet also.
It was very oaky. That was like my second sniff. I didn't even taste it, and then I had the oakiness. Let's see. It wasn't smooth, but it was definitely strong.
I guess you could really get the vanilla, but I was kind of getting like a coconut or like
Vanilla
chocolate, but I guess it was like more. I guess it was the vanilla.
vanilla coconut. Vanilla is usually like vanilla coconut, chocolate, vanilla. Those kind of flavors usually blend together, and whatever darkness with the rest of the beer maybe.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
dug it.
Oh yeah.
So, join us maybe next week if these ladies decide to record without me. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I will show them how to rig the laptop and work it. And I will be hanging out with my good friend Mickey and drinking mass around the world.
I just like doing dumb things with the mic.
She's like deep throating the mic. Does it? Wait. Does the mic? What's the mic smell like today?
Is this the one you farted on? I don't know.
I was gonna say this one does not smell like
This one
farts.
doesn't smell like fart either.
I don't-
Ron got the fart.
I gotta hope that picked up.
No, they don't smell like permanent marker or anything like they did last time
Like
either.
Foam, you know, like when you just smell
Yeah.
like that foam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it definitely picked up the sniff noises. That'll
Like
be great for later.
those like foam egg-shaped things that you put on your bed. That's what it
Yeah.
smells like.
Okay. So, misBEERhavior! Like, subscribe, share. We're
And
on,
maybe we'll get the website up and running someday.
we're on YouTube.
Well, I have the domain, but I've just not set it up as a website.
Shows you how much I know.
We are on YouTube, Facebook, and your favorite podcast sharing service.
TikTok. We have 2 videos. Go watch them and like them, dude.
If you're curious to know how, if you want to give us some feedback, go yell at us on Facebook. Go yell at us on YouTube. Facebook, I will likely respond pretty damn quick because I'm a fucking nerd and I watch that.
He has a Facebook board.
I'm just the biggest whore ever. But like, subscribe, share.
Bye.
Bye.